Gary, 2-1 win tonight at home to Neots. What can you take away from that game?
Well, the 3 points, a magnificent first half hour. I thought it was really good first half hour. Thoroughly deserved the 1-0 lead. But when you're on top against teams with lots of momentum, which they've got, you know, you've got to put them away. And, you know, we had a lot of good openings without really creating chances with another better final pass or better cross or better decision. And we could have probably found ourselves a couple in front, but we didn't. And then just before half time, there is a handball, but obviously a lot's happened after that. Great crossing, really good header. And we find ourselves, I felt they was tiring. I felt we made it really difficult for them. And that just given the lift they needed just before half time. And then they've come out second half. And that was a battle. That was a battle. They got a big lad up front who caused problems. They shell it to him constantly. And they get around him and get knockdowns and got wide players that can put good balls in, which they did most of the night. And, you know, they'll probably think they're disappointed that they probably didn't get a second, but we're probably disappointed that we didn't get a third. So I think we probably deserved the win on the balance of play. But they're plucky enough to cause a lot of teams problems in this division. And to be fair to them, they've had a hard start, and they Belper at home, Corby away. That's a difficult start for any team. So yeah, you know, we concentrate on ourselves. We got 6 points. You know, Saturday probably took a lot out of the boys because we put a lot of energy into controlling the game against Long Eaton. And then tonight we've come at home, and for half hour we was really good, and then the other 60 minutes was a little bit scrappy, but we've dogged it out and we've nicked a 2-1 win.
Yeah, a couple of yellow cards in the game. The captain picked up one. The guy was running through. Was that kind of like something he had to do at that point?
That's a great foul, isn't it? That's a great foul. Their lad should have done that to Nuttall when he went running free for he scored. You know, their lad on the halfway line could have done that to Nuttall, but he didn't. He let him skip round him. He then ended up running in the box and got on the end of a header. Great work from Harra. Shifted up, put it across, and then Nuttall's carried his run. But, you know, Rory's an experienced player, isn't he? You know, he see the danger. He's took the yellow. That was a yellow. There's nothing more than the yellow. That's in a wide area. He's pulled the lad back, a bit like the guy did for Saka for England, Cellini or whatever his name was. But yeah, that's just experience, isn't it? You know, I've got no problems with that. We get it regular at the other end, so you know that's part of the game. That's part of the game is. That was a tactical foul, wasn't it? So yeah, I've got no complaints with that, and you know I'd much rather him do that than the lad Furlong go through, and you know he's a dangerous player, isn't he? So I'd rather him do that and then chop back on his left foot and bend it in the bottom corner. But yeah, I thought there was some really good stuff tonight. I thought there was a lot of average stuff and there was a little bit of poor stuff. So the 3 points is all that matter. You know, we won 3 teams with 6 points, and let's keep going. Obviously, a big FA Cup game Saturday.
That's where you wanted to be, wasn't it? 6 points after 2. And like you just said, you know, we got an FA Cup game on Saturday. Our record over the past few years has not been great. What can you do to change that?
Win on Saturday. That would change it. But yeah, you know, they've obviously, you know, I know they're level below, but you know, to beat Aylstone Park the way they did, you know, everyone thought that was going to be a Corby Aylstone Park tie. So they've obviously got a performance in them. We won't be taking them lightly. We'll be going there. We'll be picking the team to win the game. And you know, we've got a lot of games coming up. I think we've got 7 or 8 games in August. So you know, we've got to be a little bit careful. But they played tonight as well, so they'll have the same sort of, you know, game time as what we've had. So just really important that we kick on and try and get an all-important win in the FA Cup, because we know what riches that can bring if you go a few rounds.
Well, I think we'll leave it there tonight. Thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you.